So I want to quickly demonstrate how we achieve this in the slide. So here we can see we have this scholarship orientation program, which is actually a text box. So here we inserted the image of the logo of the company. Then this one that looks like a semicircle is a shape that we can also insert. We also inserted rounded rectangle, inserted another rounded rectangle. We inserted text box with picture. We also inserted different pictures. And finally, we inserted another text box where we enter this facilitator, the training coordinator. So I will be very quick with that so as to maximize our time. So let's just follow. Let me save this. Let's click on File, New, Blank Presentation. Let's save this as Orientation Slide Demo. So I have saved it as Orientation Slides Demo. Click on Save. So the first thing I will do is to change the design. So in this particular example, the look of this page is actually a default design style in PowerPoint. So although we can also do it manually, it's just like you added a rectangle and then you position it in the middle. But I want to use a particular design there. So, but first, I would like to change this layout to a blank layout. So click on Layout. We are still in the Home tab, and then click on Blank Layout. So it is a blank one now. So the next thing, I will go to the Design tab. Although we are still going there in our subsequent lesson, we are still going to deal with the Design tab. So, but for now, let me just demonstrate this. Click on the Design tab. So the theme that we used was this. Okay, it's showing the one for, let's use this. So this first type of theme is for the title. And the reason why it shows that other one is because it is no longer a title slide. So if I want to make it a title slide, so I need to bring back that title. For example, you remember that earlier I changed it to a blank layout. And when I try to insert the design, it used the one for the other slides. So if I want to achieve this specific type, so we need to go and change the layout to a title slide, something like this. So we can see it has changed it. Then in this presentation, we used green variant. So we need to change the variant to green. So still in that design tab, we have this variant group here. And you can see the green option here. It is Berlin here. So let's just click it. And it has changed the look of that particular presentation, the slide. So we are not interested in adding or using these default text boxes, so I can delete it. Click on it, press delete on your keyboard. Then I can click on this one also, press delete. So what we need is just the design. Now, the next thing is to add this shape. So from there, you can just go to the Insert tab, click on Shapes. Then let's locate that particular shape. So it is something like this. Yes, this shape. I want to really show us the shape. So this shape, it is under the flow chart. So we can click on it and then draw it. Shapes, flow chart section, click on it. So when you click on it, it will turn to something like cross. So you can now draw, just drag and it will draw the shape for you. So that's it. And you can see that the shape is facing the left here. So we just need to flip it or rotate it. So let's just rotate this or flip it. Just click on the shape. In the shape format option, click on rotate and then click on flip horizontal. So it's going to flip it. I can now move it to the edge. So to change the color to white, just as we have here, so simply click on shape fill here and then click on white. So we have changed the color to white. So the next thing is to add image to the shape. So for that, you just click on insert, click on pictures, identify where you want to choose it from. Then the shape is in documents. I mean, the image is in documents. It's in this particular folder inside these resources. So this is the image. Just click on the image and click on insert. So I've inserted it. You can now increase the size by simply clicking on the edges of that particular image. And it's better to increase the size of an image from the four corners. That's from the right or from the left corner or the bottom right corner or the bottom left corner, so as to maintain the aspect ratio of the image. So we have done that. So the next thing is that we will insert a text box and we will insert these two shapes. So let's quickly do that. Insert this text box, and I can insert that from the home menu. So this text box from the drawing group, click on it. And remember, we can also insert it from the insert menu. So let's say scholarship program. So that is it. Highlights, I want to change it to capital letter. So I can click on Shift F3, or from this home menu, just click on this change case and then uppercase. Let me increase the font size to 36 and make it bold. So let's just use it like this. So the next thing is to insert rectangle. Let's use rounded rectangle, this one, the rectangle with rounded corner. So something like this. So there I want the corner to be more rounded. So just click on this yellow dot located on the left top corner or the top left corner. So that's it. Let me increase the height slightly. So that's that. I can duplicate this particular one by pressing Ctrl D. Ctrl D. So we can see we are achieving it gradually. So for this second shape, it has white fill and green outline, while the first shape has green fill and white outline. So let's change the outline of this first shape to green. For that, we can go to the shape outline and then click on let's increase the outline to 2/4 and then go back to the outline and change the color to white. Shape outline, we've changed it to white. For this, we want to make the outline to be green and the fill color to be white. So click on the shape, click on white for the shape, for the shape fill, and for the outline, click on green. Let's use this green. Let's also increase the outline width to make it more obvious. So that is that. Then the next thing is to add these images and the text box. So just follow as I add them. So insert pictures, this device, then this time icon. So we've already prepared the images to be used for the slide preparation. So it's good to get all those resources like images prepared. You can save them in a folder so that when you start working, you just be inserting them into your presentation. So let's insert this time icon and resize it to a smaller one. You can now drag it to where you want it to be. So next, we also insert the one for location. Insert pictures, this device, location or venue icon, then insert it. So the icon has white background. If you want to remove the background of any image, you can easily do that online by going to remove.bg and then upload the picture that you want to remove its background, and it will automatically remove the background for you. And after it has removed the background, you can download it and you will have an image without background. So that is that. Next, let's insert text box. So this one we have, let's use 6 p.m. for this. And change the color to black. So let's go to the Home tab, click on the text color here and change it to black. So for the other one, let me just duplicate this, Ctrl D, move it to this point and change it to Google Meet. So we can see it has moved to the next line. You can just increase the width of that text box and it will make it occupy it. So that is that. Then lastly, we insert this text box for facilitator. So click on insert again, go to shapes, click on text box. It is usually under the basic shapes. That's if you cannot find it in the recently used shape. So click on text box. Let's draw this facilitator. So let's highlight and increase the size to 24. Next, the facilitator should be black in color. So just highlight that part and then click on black color. Let's make everything bold. Ctrl A, Ctrl B. So we are done here. This is where we will end the training session for this day 2 PowerPoint class.